What is up, everybody? I have to start the review tonight by stating that Scott is running a little late because he actually had to fish Chavo Guerrero out of the Gulf of Mexico. That's right. He drifted all the way to Pensacola, and Scott had to go rescue him. So, Scott, wait. Scott, you're here. Scott's here. Okay.
Yes, I'm here, and I'm remarkably dry for having just been in the Gulf of Mexico.
You're pretty damn dry for just having been in the Gulf.
Just what I just said. Thank you.
I know.
I ran all the way in the wind, the force of the wind.
How was Chavo?
Not good.
I'll bet that's a long way to drift.
And the fact that he could have stood directly up and been fine.
You know, that's
instead he went.
That's what puzzled me.
But we'll get to that in a moment. This is the review. Why don't you move over just a little more? Okay. This is a review for ECW, February 5th, 2008.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very good.
Well, that's a good way to begin.
All right.
First thing we saw, Punk came out in his regular clothing.
Yeah, he doesn't dress very well.
A t-shirt and jeans.
His jeans are a little baggy. But anyway.
Well, you know, it's a style. It's what people like.
Not the Punk style.
He had a studded belt on. So he comes out and he says that he wants to rematch Chavo. Chavo comes out and says he'll rematch it No Way Out, but tonight they'll do something very special, never done before.
Tonight, here live in Corpus Christi, Texas, we're going to have a Gulf of Mexico match.
It's fascinating.
It was interesting.
We'll talk about it at last because there's I wanted to talk about it.
Let's go in order here.
The first match we saw was Victoria and Layla versus Kelly and Michelle
McCool.
Victoria wins.
Is it just me, or are Kelly's shorts getting shorter every week?
Kelly's everything is
Everything's getting smaller every week.
Next week,
she's not gonna be good in about a month. She's not gonna be clothed. I can't wait till next month.
I saw a thong. Did you see another thong?
I didn't. Did I miss a thong?
Yeah, Victoria. Black. Damn it. The Black Widow. I really like her. The Widow's Peak. I really like her finishing move. I think it's very.
She's had that for a long time.
I'm getting more and more into the diva matches. One thing, Kelly is a lovely young lady. Don't get me wrong. But there's something about her wrestling that's just a little too lightweight. The cartwheels, you know, it's
like
just,
a gymnast.
It's like a kid in her front
She's
yard.
like a gymnast in the ring.
Female gymnast. Male gymnast.
Anyway.
When have you seen a female gymnast on a pommel horse?
The next match was the male gymnast.
Yes.
John Morrison.
Which, this excited me greatly.
Versus Tommy Dreamer.
Because I have something in my eye all of a sudden. I'm sorry.
You okay?
I'm fine.
What have I been Gulf of Mexico, isn't it?
It is. It's salt. I think I have a. It's a grain of salt, and I'll have a pearl in there within a few.
Awesome.
I've been saying for weeks, haven't I? I want to see Morrison alone. I want to see him back alone, and we finally got him alone. This was an odd one because it was. I like Tommy Dreamer a lot. I didn't know who to root for this time because I like Dreamer. He's been gone. I know. Hear me out. He's been gone a while. Dreamer is going to be the face, and so Miz, who I'm getting a little, you know, he's
sick of
a little bit because of this Miz and Morrison stuff. Did I say Miz Morrison? Yeah, Morrison is the heel. So I was happy to see Morrison. Happy to see Dreamer. I thought it was a fun match. Of course, Delaney comes out all bandaged up, limping out. Poor kid.
At least he had a night off.
And he tries to help somebody. He tries to help Tommy, and he ends up getting pushed against the little partition and just is like a rag doll. Poor little Colin Delaney. Yeah.
So
Morrison pins. He does the corkscrew neck breaker. Wins the match.
There you go.
Although I will say, you said last week that you didn't like the fact that they were taunting Colin Delaney, right? I think, now that I look at it, it's perfect. Because what do Miz and Morrison possibly have to gain by taunting Colin Delaney? Nothing. It's just like Randy Orton being a jerk and beating up old men. I think this is a good character building exercise that we haven't seen any character building from or with Miz and Morrison. I think that did a little bit of it.
Okay.
Just my thoughts. I don't know.
Good synopsis there. The next thing
Are you mocking me?
No, not at all. The next thing we saw was the Stevie Richards little interview with Joey Styles. This was, for those of you that don't know, this was a legit interview. This wasn't, you know, some made up thing. The guy has really had several surgeries, you know, for, you know, spinal injuries.
Yeah, they'll go in that way.
They'll go into
to save the muscles back here. Is that right?
Basically, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Well, that's what I've heard. That somehow
anyway,
preserves them.
Stevie Richards is going to be coming back next week. Yay.
Yes, good Stevie.
I look forward to that.
My thought on that was, that just goes to show that I respect the man a great deal, and all of these wrestlers. I mean, they really do put their bodies on the line, but they love it, and they just keep coming back for more. Mm-hmm. So I respect Stevie a lot, and I'm going to be glad to see him back. I thought it was a nice interview and a nice moment. Real moment.
The next match of the evening was Kofi Kingston versus...
I think James Curtis. But I thought they said Furnace the first time. Because his hair was like fire.
This really...
like a furnace.
This really needs to be this last random jobber match for Kofi Kingston. It's time for him to get into the roster and start fighting somebody on the roster.
Yes, but I still think it's good for his establishment period.
And it's been 3 weeks. You know, he's established now. It's time
to regular viewers.
And you know, I'm not saying anybody big. You know, somebody like a Nunzio. You know.
Oh, we don't need him to lose again.
Well, that's the
poor kid.
Okay.
Or I guess he's not a kid anymore.
Yeah. And the last match of the evening,
Gulf of Mexico match,
was the Gulf of Mexico match.
And something comment. I would like to hear people's thoughts on this, because I had mixed feelings. That when I first watched it, I thought this is good. I liked the part when they were in the arena. Then the part outside the arena, my thought was it just went on a little too long. But then I watched it a second time. I taped it and watched it again, and I was really liking it the second time. What did you think?
I enjoyed it. For me, it was a bit of a throwback to the Attitude Era. You know, during the Attitude Era, they did crazy crap like this all the time. So, you know, I think this is good for ECW. This is, you know, something that they need. They need sort of, you know, little gimmick matches, something to, you know, make people watch. This is something that people are going to be talking about all week, you know, whether it be, you know, in a good way or a bad way. But it's going to get people talking. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'll agree with what he said. I think it went on a little too long. They should have spent more time in the arena with the fans, and then once they got out, you know, kind of, you know, moved it along a little bit quicker than they did. I think
maybe they were...
The way Punk put Chavo in the water, you know, with the go to sleep was a bit weird.
It didn't, yeah, it didn't... there was a moment where Chavo
it's kind of
hesitated.
A bit of a delay, yeah.
Yeah. I think what they were trying to do... it got very quiet when they came back from commercial. I think they were kind of trying to give the feeling that all of this craziness is happening after the show. Because, you know, there were... Styles and Taz were talking, and then Punk pushes Chavo at the camera, it goes black, then they come back, and they're fighting, and there's no commentary. So I think that's maybe what they were trying to do, give it a, you know, an after-the-show feeling.
Could be.
To make it sound more real. I really like the fisherman sitting on the piles of tires.
What the hell is going on?
Oh, I guess I better get up.
I guess I need to get out.
Johnny, get your poles. We gotta go.
Get the pole. We gotta get out the daggone my dirt. So, all in all, this is a good show for ECW.
I was very happy.
They need more things like this, and this is a good feud for CM Punk. This is a way to really, you know, show that he can do a good feud with somebody, because he hasn't done one in a while.
Since John...
the male gymnast.
John Morrison.
So there you have it, folks. That is our ECW review for February 5th, 2008.
Thank you again, everyone. Subscribers. CharismaWrestling.com. Check them out.
There you have it, folks.
And whatnot. Have a good night.
Peace. And I promise I mean this in a good way.